Okay, I'm Axel Jean, I'm lead the project of digital resources for school at French Ministry. And following the introduction made this morning by Laurent Audic, with the point of view of teacher, trainer, and builder of these resources, I'm going to share with you the French Ministry experience and the French Ministry point of view. So, in a nutshell, about the digital resources for school, we are about 4.8 million students from primary to primary and secondary school. It's about 265,000 teachers. And we are about French, mathematics, history and geography, civic and moral education, media literacy, modern languages, and science, of course, as you've seen with Laurent this morning. So there are all these resources are about resources and portal with services. They are free of charge for all the teachers of France and labeled by the ministry. So let's begin with our goals for teachers. For teachers, we tried to make it simple. So we were around 3 main goals. First goal was to prepare lessons. Second, with these resources. Second goal was to lead the courses as the way they wanted it to be led. And third goal was to evaluate competencies and skills with digital resources. The main point is that we thought it for all teachers, from beginners to experts, in use with digital resources. It was not only intended for experts in digital resources. So we explore a way with learning by doing, hybrid practices, as you've seen in the video this morning. You can manipulate and you can go to digital resources and then manipulate again. And we add ready-to-use activities that can be modified. For the student, it's really easy. It's to learn, to practice with digital resources strengths. So you can have differentiation, special needs, interactivity, etc., etc. As said this morning, we did it keeping in mind that they had to be realized for everyone and for special needs publics. Tomorrow morning, you will see with Patrice Renaud a special focus on this point. As you've seen on this slide, we did with technology HTML5, and so that we can implement some various contrast template, high contrast, dyslexic fonts, subtitles, audio, etc., etc. We do not think that digital resources are the clue for everything for public with special needs, but we consider that it is one solution. This is one way to contribute to help children to learn better with digital resources. The point with the ministry was, and the difficult part, was training and information to the teacher about all these new resources. And this morning we talk about this in groups. It's the point which is really difficult. So in France we do it at the national level, and at the regional level with regional education authorities, which is operated by education delegates for digital resources and uses. That's why we work with Pascal for the uses and Alain for the development of resources. So what we did at the national level and at the regional level is to inform teachers, spread information, and train the teachers. But the good level is at the local level. It's not at the national. Well, at the national, it's not enough. At the local level, they know the teachers, they know the directors, they know everyone, and they know the local authorities in order to acquire some materials. For the first time, we had from the primary school and the lower secondary school the same resources wherever in France. So we were able to have a continuation of the learnings for the primary school to the lower secondary school everywhere in France. So that was the first time it was realized. So information and training of teachers in the local area. So what you see is what has been produced last month. And you can see you can have some mathematics, some science. At the very middle, you will find something in history about la construction européenne, which has been realized with one of our digital resources by the Academy of Aix-Marseille in the south of France. We talked about this morning in the groups. What we have expected some point of development, and something happened that we have not expected at the very beginning. It's the peer learning activities between teachers. As you've seen here, it's just some recent post in the social media where we can discover what teachers really do with our resources for their own projects. So as you can see, you can find some mathematics, you can find some history, some foreign languages. And what happened here is that the teachers just use the resources as they want, and they realize their own project. This was not anticipated by the ministry. And that's probably one of the ways to check that resources are really used. We are now in our second years of uses, and we are still learning a lot about this project because everything is not working as we expected. At this time, we are 170,000 teachers using it, so we are about 65% of users. I mean teachers that subscribed with their professional address, and they do it freely. We are still sharing and going with these new resources for teachers and students, because we know that everyone doesn't know all these resources. Everyone is not confident enough in order to use these resources. And we are working with Alain and Pascal to develop some new resources for school. They are still planned. Some of them are thinking about artificial intelligence. Some of them are seeking with upper level students. And the point is that with this project, we know that we are going with industry in order to progress with some main points about cloud services and security services, about personal data protection in link with the General Data Protection Regulation, which will occur in May. And we progress really, really a lot with the industrial and with the ministry about accessibility for special needs, because it's quite simple to write for ministry, be accessible with all your curricula, with all your resources and your services, but it's really, really hard to achieve. So for this project, we were going on with them, and with them we discovered that ministry had to progress too for this special subject. Tomorrow morning, at this time you will have Alain Thier who will follow on with EduTech, and tomorrow morning he will he will deal with a resource access manager. So you will meet tomorrow Patrice Renaud about special needs, and Philippa Juelos tomorrow morning too about acquiring resources through public procurement. Thank you very much.